traders, and welcome to Olymp Trade. My name is Angie, and today I'm going to teach you about Fibonacci, my friends. We'll take a look at how to use the Fibonacci Retracement and the Fibonacci Fan. Likewise, we'll briefly discuss what exactly is Fibonacci and why these numbers are important. Because without just a little bit of history, you won't feel the full power and the full beauty of these instruments. My friends, let's first quickly check the sound and the picture. Please let me know in chat if you can hear me and if you can see me well. Let me know where you're from. Give me a shout out, or you can just put a plus sign. As long as I know that you can hear me and that you can see me well, and then of course we'll get started. In the meantime, I do want to remind you, my friends, to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Whoop whoop. And I do hope to see all of you on our social networks, Facebook, Olymp Trade, YouTube, and our Instagram channel as well. Like us, follow us, and keep up with all the latest news and releases that we have on our social networks as well. Let me go ahead and check in chat. Happy evening, traders, from Jathar. I wait for this video from India. Is Suresh. Oh, it's a very long name. Suresh Kupunsami. Hello, hello. TP Creation and Photography Waiting. Hello, hello. Mohammed Tarek, as always, welcome from Egypt. So Alexander Poroshenko plus. Thank you so much for that confirmation, my friends. Now, my friends, I will come back in chat at the end of the stream. You are welcome to ask your questions in chat. We do have a moderator, but I will come back at the end and I will do my best to answer all questions related to the topic, so Fibonacci, my friends. And if you have any other questions related to any topics about trading, you can leave those questions, comments, thoughts, and opinions in the comment section below this video. And I do want to advise you, my friends, that all trading related questions are answered personally by myself or by my colleague Yaroslav. So you guys actually have a clear gateway to chat with both analysts via the comment section. So don't forget to use that as well. Now, my friends, let's go ahead and start with a brief explanation. I do see all of your comments in chat, and like I said, I will come back at the end of the stream. First, let's start with a little bit of an explanation about what is Fibonacci. Okay, just a brief second here. I have just a very brief slideshow for you guys. It's quite interesting. Like I said, without this explanation, you won't feel the full power and the beauty of this instrument. So the Fibonacci sequence was named after Leonardo Pisano. In English, this is Leonardo of Pisa. Originally named Leonardo Fibonacci. So the Fibonacci sequence, he did not invent the sequence, but he was named after the sequence. And Leonardo Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician during the medieval 12th century. And he also introduced the Hindu-Arabic numerals to Europe and to the Western world, which gradually started to replace the Roman numerals. As we can see, here is what, the Hindu-Arabic numerals that we are all used to, the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which gradually replaced the Roman numerals that we have right here, the 1 and the V, which is 5, the X, which is 10, and so forth. So, now, the Fibonacci sequence is as follows. It's 0 and then 1, and as you can see here, the numbers will follow. What the trick here is to add the first two numbers, which equal to the third number, and then we repeat this as it goes on. So as you can see right here, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, and so forth, my friends. This picture right here is basically, in this picture, we can see how the Fibonacci sequence looks in dimension. So you can actually see how the size is proportionalized according to the numbers as well. Now, so you might ask me, Okay, so I understand the Fibonacci sequence, but what is the Fibonacci sequence and the how does the Fibonacci sequence and the Fibonacci indicators come together? Well, our most important targets on the Fibonacci indicators are actually calculated by dividing the Fibonacci sequence numbers, except for the 50% level, which is basically the halfway mark. So as we can see here, the 23.6, of course, we'll take a look at this on our chart in just a moment. We have our 23.6, 38.2, the halfway mark, 50%, 61.8 as well. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And as you can see, these equations, they are calculated by dividing the numbers that are included in the actual Fibonacci sequence. As you can see, as the numbers they grow gradually, a lot of numbers are displaced from this sequence. And as you can see here, all of our points that are indicated on the Fibonacci retracement and the Fibonacci indicators, they're all from the calculation of the Fibonacci sequence numbers. Now, the really cool thing and a very important thing to know is that we have the golden ratio in our Fibonacci indicator, and this is actually the 61.8% Fibo level. So the golden ratio is sometimes called the golden section. It's sometimes called the golden mean, or sometimes called the divine proportion. I like that. Divine proportion. And as you can see right here, the golden ratio is displayed as the Greek symbol letter phi. Actually, in the Russian alphabet, it's the letter F. It looks exactly the same. Now, my friends, it may sound a little bit confusing, but the golden ratio means that the ratio of the sum of the quantities to the larger quantity is equal to the ratio of the larger quantity to the smaller one. So this basically shows in this, I think it's easier to understand if you can see this equation right here. The golden ratio means that this equals to this. So A is 13. Remember our sequence numbers, my friends. So these are our, Fibonacci sequence numbers. So A is 13, 21 is B. And actually, the really cool thing is that 13 and 21, they come right after each other. So this is, I'm just kind of trying to visually explain how, why the golden ratio is important, because A divided by B, so 13 divided by 21 will equal to the same amount if we take A plus B divided by B. So 13 plus 21 divided by 21 will equal to the same number if we take 13 divided by 21. So this is how the golden ratio comes about. So this is like the essence of the golden ratio. Now, what's really amazing about the golden ratio is that it has been observed throughout history in things like geometry, things like art, architecture, and actually even nature. And if you are interested, my friends, I'm going to just show you very quickly right here. If you are interested, I highly advise for you to search. In your search engine, just enter something like Fibonacci photography or Fibonacci in nature, and you can look at some amazing things. So let me just scroll back just a few more slides so that I can kind of show you what I mean. Let me just scroll up a little bit. So this is what I was showing you. This is the Fibonacci sequence. So we have 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 3 equals 5, 3 plus 5 equals 8, and so forth. Right here we have a 13 and 21. Look how you can see these things in nature for right here in this seashell. So right here we have 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8, 8, and so forth. So you can see this so beautifully displayed, for example, here in nature. And here is one more picture that I want to show you. Once again, we have our same calculation. We have the golden ratio that we can see in the wings of the butterfly. It's so beautiful, and it's mind-blowing how these things actually work. And I just want to mention that the golden ratio is actually also in the human body. For example, in the length of the human arm, in our hands, in our fist, and so forth. So if you are interested, I understand this is a little bit like off the topic, but once again, if you are interested in this, definitely check it out. Google something like Fibonacci in nature, Fibonacci in the human body, Fibonacci in photography, and see, or even the golden ratio in the human body, the golden ratio in, throughout basically anything and everything that we can think of. Even like the sunflower, the seeds inside, those little things, those also, they also work in a certain manner that correlates, that combines, that works together with the golden ratio and Fibonacci. So basically, it's just a very amazing thing to know. Let me go ahead and switch to our platform. So, my friends, once again, whenever the price is trading close to the golden ratio level of 61.8, we can expect a few things to happen. One of them is that the price may stall and it may travel sideways. Another thing that can happen is that the price may bounce and from this level and continue with the previous trend. This can happen during a deep correction. And also the price may break through this level, move beyond this level, the 61.8, which actually may mean with a high probability that the global trend direction is changing. So remember, 61.8% Fibonacci level is very important. Now, there are two ways that we can use the Fibonacci retracement, whenever the price reaches a strong level of support or resistance and we have a correction, like a resting points, it is one way to use it. Let me go ahead and take these indicators off. Of course, we'll come back to them and So right here, I'm looking at the Euro US dollar, and I am looking at the one day time frame. Okay, let me make this a little bit smaller. So whenever we have an active uptrend, as you can see right here, so the price was increasing for a very long time. So this was from mid-April to about the 1st of July. So this was a whole movement from mid-April till the 1st of July. We had an uptrend. So whenever we have an active uptrend that reaches a strong level of resistance, then we would connect our Fibo levels from the swing low to the swing high. Let me go ahead and take my indicator. You can scroll down all the way to the bottom, Fibonacci levels. So whenever we have an uptrend that reached the level of resistance, we would connect the swing low to the swing high. So the first lowest low of the where the uptrend initiated, where the uptrend started, till the end of where the price reached resistance and the price started to fall, so it couldn't reach this level. So this is how we would connect it on an uptrend. Let me go ahead and take this off. And we would have a similar situation if we have a downtrend. But we would basically flip our our starting points. So on a downtrend, we will connect the swing high to the swing low. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So if we have an uptrend that finished, we would connect the swing low to the swing high. If we had a downtrend that just finished and we're looking for this correction or like a continuation, we'll connect the high to the low. So basically, all of these lines are showing us potential levels of support and resistance. Our main targets are going to be 23.6 right here, 38.2, 50%, and like I said, the golden ratio is 61.8%. If the price breaches this level, once again, this may mean that the price is, the trend direction is changing. Now, my friends, I also want to pay attention to like what we can observe whenever we are having this retracement. So basically, right here, we had a downtrend that reached support. and couldn't breach the support. So now we're having a retracement or a correction. Right now, we still have a local downtrend, okay? That started on the 25th of February, reached till the end of March, so about a month and a half this downtrend was. So whenever we're looking at this 23.6, what can happen? The price can reach the 23.6 level, can bounce from it, and we can continue in the direction of our trend. If this does not happen, what can happen is that the price can break this level. And if it does break this level, then we can expect the price is going to reach the next level, which is 38.2. At 38.2, what we can expect is that the price is going to bounce from this area and going to continue in the direction of our main trend, or it's going to breach this level. If it breaches this level, then we can expect that the price is going to rise to the next level, which is the 50%, and then our golden ratio 61.8. And again, as I mentioned, if we break 61.8, then there are high chances that the trend has changed. Now, additionally, what we want to see is what we can see is also that, okay, so we drew this trend line, so excuse me, Fibonacci levels from our swing high to the swing low. If the price continues to break these levels, 38.2, it breaks it to the upside, 50% breaks to 61.8% and moves up. So we have a change in our trend direction. Another thing that we can use is that what we can see is that the Fibonacci levels, actually, they're also displayed above the price chart if we have the end of a downtrend, or below the price chart if we have the end of an uptrend. I'll come back to that in just a moment. Basically, what we can see is potential areas that the price can reach in the future. Okay, let me just go ahead and change this a little bit. Show you these levels. And actually, these are very helpful in the scenario that the price has reached a record high or a record low, and we have no historic data to analyze and to see where the price is likely to reach the next level of support and resistance. So basically what we see here is on the daily chart. So basically this is like so we did see these levels back in 2018. But right now, for the past 2 years, we don't have any higher data than this. So basically what we can do is, if the trend direction has changed, we break 61.8, even if we move beyond this, I guess it's not the zero level, but it's our first mark. Even if we move beyond this level, we can take a look at these future levels where the price is likely to stall or meet support and or resistance. And as you can see right here, the 1.23.6 right here in the future coincides with this resistance. Now again, remember that I told you, I know I've mentioned this previously and before, these lines, these levels, they're areas. They're not exact points. The price is not going to be exactly at 1.23.692 whenever it reaches resistance. It may be a little bit lower. It may be a little bit higher. It's an area, but it's in that vicinity that we are looking for resistance or support. Okay, so and basically, actually, you can see, how the 23.6 coincides with this. And I did mention that we saw these levels back in 2018. Please bear with me. Let me scroll back in history. And I just want to show you, even like in 2018, my friends, this is wait a minute, this is 3 years ago that, historical data. Jump back to what I was just showing you, So this is the 23.6, a level that was clearly used in 2018. 38.2 clearly was used as resistance here and a support here. And likewise, the 50% also was used strongly in 2018. This is 3 years ago, and our chart currently the Fibonacci retracements is showing us in the future where the price is going to reach. So this is absolutely amazing. I love Fibonacci. It just gets me so excited. Now, my friends, let me just show you a few more cool and interesting things. So right now we were working, with the daily time frame on the Euro US dollar. I took the latest downtrend, this move right here. Let me also show you how this works in history, because if you can see this physically, how it works in history, you can fully depend on it in the future. Okay, so we had an uptrend that initiated right here. We started an uptrend that finished about here. So remember, if we have an uptrend that finished and we start a reversal, we start from the swing low to the swing high. Okay, I'm going to try to pick up the beat because we only have about 5 minutes left. So let's just say we don't see any of this chart right here. Okay, this is basically all that we see. We had an uptrend that just finished. Okay, let's just pretend that this is all that we see. Once again, basically, this is, of course, the levels that we look for is 23.6, 38.2, and 50%, as well as the 61.8. You see how the 61.8, let me go ahead and put on my horizontal line so you can see this a little bit better. 61.8. 23.2. Oh, that. Go ahead and move this a little bit, just so that I can show you basically. Look, so if we didn't see anything further from this map, we didn't see this direction down, we can still rely on these future levels about this 23.6. As you can see, it was used as a level here, used a level here, used as a level here. Once again, the 61.8 again in this area was also used as our level. But what I truly wanted to show you was, okay, so if we didn't see that part, we drew our Fibonacci levels. So the price retraced to the 38.2. Let me see if I can make this a little bit more visible. Let me make it a little bit smaller so that you can see the numbers, okay? So we did see that the price used the 23.6. The price used the 38.2. The price used the 50% level. The price actually broke the 61.8% level down. And it is now retesting this level of support turned resistance. If I can, I hope that you can understand me clearly. So remember the golden ratio, we broke the golden ratio. So technically saying this is a change in the global trend direction, and we are looking at the daily time frame. So I did think that it was very interesting that we broke the 61.8 and that we are retesting this level right now. Likewise, just without the Fibonacci level, what we can do is we can draw a trend line. Now, here we do have a break, right? But what I wanted to show you was that if we are looking at this trend line from the beginning of the trend, I'm going to use that as a false breakout because we only have that peak, we have that tail. What I wanted to show you is that, forgive me, I'm trying to work with this chart. Okay, so I've identified a few levels of support and resistance, with my trend lines. So basically what I wanted to show you with the 61.8%. Let me go ahead and take this Fibonacci level off, right? I have my horizontal line. That's where the 61.8% Fibonacci level is. Let me go ahead and take my Fibonacci level again. And I'm going to, once again, use only the latest downtrend, which we started off with. And as you can see, right now, it's using the 61.8% Fibonacci level from the previous trend as a strong level of resistance, which is in the vicinity of the 38.2. And I know we've mentioned this a few times before. Whenever we have a trend, the trend may correct it can retrace by a third or a half before resuming in the direction of our main trend. So that is by 38.2 or by 8 or by 50% before we resume in the direction of our trend. And as you can see, the global trend, the bigger trend dating from the beginning, from January of this year, we have a downtrend as well. Even if the price reaches this level, it's going to be in the vicinity of 50% and 61.8% right here. We have our local the trend line down before we have another bounce back down. So I just want to show you how all of these things work together. Now, this is going to be a very interesting trade. I'm actually not going to enter this trade. I was hoping to see that we have a signal, but I do want to mention that I'm going to be that was the wrong one. I'm going to be watching this trade because this is actually very interesting. We are looking at the daily time frame, so this is a fairly big time frame that we can strongly depend on. So with the 200 EMA, so in the vicinity, remember I was showing you the previous chart, so it was 61.8% Fibo. It broke the level, it came back to retest it, but we're playing with this 200 EMA, and you see how it touched it here? It broke below it. If it was in this vicinity that it was retesting, I would be very comfortable in entering a down trade. But because we broke above the 200 EMA, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and I'm going to see. If the price starts to move down and we do break this 200 EMA back down, I'm going to enter a down trade for the mid to long term. So I do expect if we do break this 200 EMA back down from the 61.8 resistance as a retest, I will definitely trade down on the Euro US dollar, my friends. Now, very quickly, I am running out of time. Let me take off all of these drawing instruments and my Fibonacci and my EMA. And I'm going to quickly show you how the Fibonacci Fan works. Now, my friends, I want to see the Fibonacci Fan uses the same concept. You connect the lows to the highs during like an uptrend, or the highs to the lows during a downtrend. So once again, let's pretend that we don't see any of this. So we see that we had an uptrend, met resistance, couldn't break it, we started moving down. Okay, so we started moving down and we reached this point support, we couldn't reach it, we started to move up. What I can do is I can take my Fibonacci Fan, I connect it from the swing high, from the highest high, to the swing low, to the first like level of support that I've reached. And basically what happens is that let me go ahead and adjust this right now. The Fibonacci Fan, basically, it draws for us future levels of support and resistance in the form of trend lines. Whereas Fibonacci Retracement shows us support and resistance levels in the form of horizontal lines. Here, the Fibonacci Fan shows us support and resistance levels in the form of a trend line. Future. So right here, basically, we have a downtrend. I connect my my swing high to the swing low, and I can see future movement. Okay, so basically, we ended right here. What I can see, what did I get from this fan? I got this level of resistance. I got this level of resistance. I got this level of resistance. I got this as support. Remember, it's an area. It's not the exact point. We had a break. Look at this clear break of this trend line to our support, resistance, support. And right now it's a very interesting situation. Like I said, we did break above the 200 EMA, but we're trading at the 61.8% Fibo. So it's an interesting, very interesting situation to watch. Look, we broke above this level, came back as a retest. So technically speaking, I would expect an up move from here because of this breakout of this level. And the next level that I can potentially see with where are my indicators? 1 second, my friends. I do hope that everything is okay with the sound in the picture. Okay, my indicator is not loading right now, so but basically I can see that right here we have a level of resistance support. See, it was used as support here, used as resistance here, so potentially the price can, the next level that I can expect the price will rise to is 1.19650. You know, this is how I showed you how to use the fan on a downtrend, and this is basically exactly the same way that you would use it on an uptrend. You connect the swing low to the swing high and have yourself a fan of potential trend lines in the future for support and resistance levels. Now, a few things for as my recommendations, my friends. The Fibonacci indicators, whenever you are placing them, we do have to have a trending market, not a flat. You don't want the price to be moving sideways, so we do have to have a clear direction of the price movement. The Fibonacci indicators are much more reliable and much more useful when you use them on a higher time frame. I would not probably recommend going below 1 hour. 1 hour I would still think is probably a little bit low for the Fibonacci levels, but like you can still use it. But I would definitely not go below 1 hour. But generally speaking, they, as you can clearly see from my examples, they work great on the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame, and so forth. Let me just check in chat very quickly. I do hope that you got some useful information about the Fibonacci indicators and that you will be able to use these indicators with more confidence to make profit. A bonus for all of those who watched till the end, my friends, dear traders, go ahead and leave a comment below this video, and once it is uploaded, which on the channel, which is about 5 to 10 minutes after the webinar, make sure to leave your account ID number, and tomorrow during our live webinar when Yaroslav will teach you how to trade on world events and on world news, we'll raffle some risk-free trades by choosing random comment winners. There are no restrictions. The more comments that you leave, the more chances you have of winning. And again, don't forget to leave your account ID. Now, my friends, a comment or a question, your feedback about today's topic will be very greatly appreciated. Let me check in chat, my friends. VIP live today. Yes, there is going to be another live stream from the VIP department after myself. TP Creations and photography. Oh, you're asking me to provide the trade, VIP live trade. I'm guessing you're asking me, should I follow the stream? The VIP department is also a fantastic streams. They always live trade using different strategies, so check them out. Can you give us some bonus promo code? No promo codes for today. No bonuses. Like I said, the bonus was for all those who watched to the end. Leave your comment below the video. Share your feedback, your thoughts, your comments, questions, whatever the case may be. Don't forget to include your account ID number. Vemula, not in the chat section, but in the comments below this section once the webinar has finished. And my friends, as always, I do want to remind you to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel if you are not subscribed already. Please show me your support by giving me a thumbs up. I hope that you like this video, so show me your support. It really does matter. Of course, ring on the bell so that you're always up to date and that you don't miss our notifications and releases. And I do hope to see all of you on our social networks. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.